Hey everyone, welcome to this week's session. So, how's everyone's week been? What's been your favourite bit? My favourite thing this week was continuing to see all the leaves change colour. I love looking at all the different colours we see during autumn. Before we begin, let's see what we need for today. Today, you're going to need a Bible, coloured paper, pens, glue, plain paper, and cushions. Go and get them now. Got everything? Great. So, let's begin today with a challenge.
Hi everyone, so your challenge today is to get a cushion and it's a bit silly, you have to balance it on your head like this, and then the winner is the person that can spin around the most times in a row with the pillow still on their head. So just like this. So you got to keep the pillow on you. Pillow fell off, so I would have lost. See how many times you can spin around with the pillow balanced on your head.
Wow. Well done, guys. How did you all do at that challenge? I think we should all settle down now and listen to our story.
Gideon's little army, the faith of Gideon. After Joshua died, all the people of Israel disobeyed God and left him out of their lives. God let the neighbouring Midianites burn Israel's crops and houses. The Israelites had to live in caves. One Israelite, Gideon, must have had a secret place to grow wheat. He threshed the grain by a hidden winepress under a large tree. God wanted Gideon to destroy his own father's image of a false god and build an altar to the true God. Though Gideon was afraid his countrymen would kill him, he did what God commanded. God also wanted Gideon to lead Israel's army against the wicked Midianites, but Gideon was afraid. He asked for a special sign that God was with him. Then he laid a fleecy sheepskin on the ground. If there is dew on the fleece only, and it is dry on all the ground, Gideon prayed, then I shall know that you will save Israel by my hand, as you have said. In the morning, the ground was dry, but the fleece was soaking wet. Gideon still doubted. Now he wanted God to send dew on the ground, but not on the fleece. Next morning, the ground was soggy, but the fleece was dry. Gideon started out with an army of 32,000. God cut it down to only 300 men. God did not want Israel to say, "My own hand has saved me." God alone was Israel's saviour. Knowing Gideon was still afraid, God let him secretly overhear one Midianite soldier tell another about a strange dream. In the dream, a loaf of bread tumbled against a Midianite tent and destroyed it. The other guard was terrified. "This is the sword of Gideon," he cried. When Gideon heard the dream and its meaning, he knew God was going to give him the victory. Gideon planned a night attack. He gave each soldier a trumpet and empty pitchers with torches inside. They surrounded the Midianite army. At Gideon's signal, the soldiers blew their trumpets, smashed their pitchers and lit their torches. What a noise! What confusion! The scared Midianites got up and ran away. After this great victory, the men of Israel asked Gideon to rule over them. "I will not rule over you. The Lord shall rule over you," Gideon replied. He knew that only God has the right to rule in people's lives. This story is taken from the Old Testament, the book of Judges, chapters 6 to 8.
Thanks for that story. I really love learning about that. In the story, we learnt that God can use us to do some amazing things and He's always with us. Let's spend some time chatting. What do you want God to use you for? And what amazing things do you want to do with your life? Let's spend some time chatting to each other. Great job, guys. Now let's go and do a craft.
Okay, so for this week's craft, we're going to be making a trumpet. In the story, Gideon was told by God to blow the trumpet and bang the drum and things like that. So we're going to make a trumpet out of paper this morning. And what you're going to need is you're going to need a piece of paper, you're going to need some pens, and then you're also going to need some tape. You might prefer to use sellotape. I've just got some brown tape here. So to begin with, if you just grab your piece of paper, have it flat on the table, and then you want to grab one corner and you want to start rolling that corner, not too tight, just quite loose, all the way up. So it's like a tube. And then once you have your tube, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make one end, so holding the tube together, you're going to make one end with your fingers a little bit wider, and then you're going to keep making it into a tube, and you're going to keep making that end wider, and you're going to keep making sure it looks more like a cone. So you can see here mine looks a little bit more like a cone. Then you might need to balance a little bit with a few with your hands. So you want to grab a little bit of tape. You can see I've really pre-planned the order of this. Here we go. So then you want to put your little bit of tape on the join, on the fold of where your piece of paper is. Make sure it's nice and flat. So there you go, there's the shape of your trumpet to begin with. Now, if you would really like to, you could cut the end and the top so that there's a nice flat line, but I'm going to leave mine just like this. And then to add to that, you get your felt tips, and you might want to draw on your trumpet. So you might want to do some swirly lines like this all the way round, and you can decorate it. And if you want to, if you're on the computer, or if you ask your parents, maybe you could look and see if there are any trumpet designs that you'd like to take inspiration from. So we're just going to I'm just going to do a rough line. You guys can make yours look much prettier, and if you want to add things like glitter or different kinds of colours and things, you can do that. Here we go. So that's so far looking just as good as you'd expect. Here we go again. I'm going to do some orange on the end. Really scruffy orange, like that. And then pink, I like pink. And I'm going to do a zigzag like this. Great, there we go. My very well designed trumpet. Now, the great thing about a trumpet is you can do lots of things with it. Like, for instance, you can really, really annoy the people you live with.
Well done, everyone. Thanks so much for coming. Have a great week and see you all soon. Bye.